Hello, good morning. How y'all doing? I have good news. We will not be interrupted today because the contractor actually showed up after I ended the stream yesterday, and they took the dehumidifier. Oh! I do kind of miss the heat. I do miss having just dry, warm heat in the bathroom. It was kind of nice, but it's out of the way. I don't have this giant thing constantly buzzing all day. The faucet's not fixed yet, but, you know, all I have to do is make a call, and hopefully they show up within a few days. I have it set up so that, like, I can shower every day without issue. So, that's what we doing. We showering. Like hygienic people. Also, I had like a food journey. Dual music for a minute, so I can get a visual. I had the best breakfast sandwich. Like, the best. Like, I finally made one that was like, because on my way home from work, all I needed was green onions. So I was like, okay, I'll go grab some green onions. And I just decided to just, because it was literally first thing in the morning, I'm like one of 2 or 3 customers. If that. I think I only actually saw one other person that was actually shopping. The rest are all workers. So it's completely empty. So I'm like, what if I just completely take my time and just look through the store and just see if anything catches my eye. And what happened is I came across bagels and I was like, I'm gonna have a breakfast bagel. Oh my god, it's gonna be so good. And every time I have a breakfast bagel, I always think this needs some kind of like sauce or dressing or something. Like, you can't just have it like, you know, plain bagel, and then like I usually do, you know, egg, tomato, avocado, and whatever green lettuce thing I have, just like a few pieces. So I did that. Today I had, for my green thing, I have alfalfa sprouts, which I haven't had in a long time. I just love alfalfa sprouts. I remember they were gone for years, and I was like, what happened? And I found out it's an E. coli. Wiped out the entire industry or something. I was like, oh, well, that sucks. And so I was just looking at dressings and stuff, and I found tartar sauce. And I was like, that might be good. Because it's weird, like I have a whole bunch of random condiments and dressings and stuff, and I'm like, none of them really feel like I would want to have on like an breakfast egg bagel. And I saw tartar sauce. I'm like, I do love caper aioli with egg sandwiches. And tartar sauce is very similar to just like that. It's basically just without the capers. I mean, some tartar sauce maybe has capers. I don't know. It's mostly just like pickles, I think. But and I was about to buy it, and then literally right next to it, I didn't even notice it. Mostly because the label. I think it's because the label was black, and every other label, and like a lot of the other labels were white. And for some reason, I was only looking at like the typical like white labels that are on like all the dressings. I don't know why I didn't see it. And then all of a sudden I saw the words hot and spicy. I was like, because that's kind of what I wanted originally. And so I got like a hot and spicy like picante aioli. It's so good. It's so good. And so I made 2 of those. It was good. It was a good time. Very good time. Now I'm sad. It's so sad. I find like any hot sandwich is just so satisfying. And egg ones in particular, like breakfast ones in particular, are just so satisfying. And it's just good. I'm probably gonna have another like sandwich after I end the stream and I go to bed, because I just have some sandwich meat I need to eat, so 'cause it's gonna go sour and shit. I'm very curious if we're actually gonna do the play now. I don't know exactly where Joshua would be. Still want to know what's up with this. But yeah, that's basically been my day. I worked and then I ate food. So I'm talking about the food. I could have sworn, but it couldn't be. Oh yeah, the silver-haired person. That's who he was chasing. You need to stop making us worry about you. I almost had a heart attack when I heard you went chasing after some guy with silver hair. What? I did follow a man matching that description out this way. I guess I lost him. Must have been pretty talented if he managed to give you the slip. I don't think it was our arsonist. Tell them as long as I could. Why'd you run off by yourself? You could have at least left us a message. Just pointing out the importance of teamwork. I'm not blushing. I'm not realizing my feelings. I was not panicking. Your attention, please. All play personnel, please report to the auditorium right away. Once again, all play personnel, please report to the auditorium right away. Thank you. So, at work, very occasionally do I need to page the entire warehouse. And when I do, I put on that voice. And sometimes I kind of want to put on, like, a British voice, like you get from, like, Theme Hospital and now, like, 2 Point Hospital. Where it's like, please report to the front. I should do that next time. There isn't anything particularly entertaining about my work, so which is why I'm lucky there's Wi-Fi, so I can just have like streams or YouTube videos or whatever just playing on my phone while I work. And it's the middle of the night. I have one coworker and he does the same thing, so like I'm not disrupting anybody. The only time I need to stop is if like we do get customers in the middle of the night. Not that many. And so I'll usually, if it's loud, I'll turn it down or I'll pause it or whatever. Oh, also, it looks... I was gonna say it looks like apple juice, but it looks like piss. It looks like really concentrated piss, but it's Korean plum wine. I got it for Christmas, and I finally decided to open the bottle. It's really good. I decided I like it cold. Because I looked on, I decided to just do a quick Google. Oh, we're telling Karna about the man, okay. And then, because there's various things that's like, maybe you drink it hot or cold. It's like a liquor. It kind of depends. And I never know, so I was like, and it was just like, you can do it whatever way you want, basically, is what it said, so. I had one sip of it, it was at room temperature, I had one sip, and I was like, I think I like this cold. So I'm drinking it cold. We're getting nervous. It's insane how good he looks with long hair and a dress. I feel like they specifically, when they were doing the art, I feel like they specifically framed his face to look good in this moment. Because it still looks like Joshua. It's just Joshua with long black hair and a dress. Nervous, so I'll just focus on the one boy in the dress then. Just remember our #1 rule and you'll be fine. If you're gonna puke, do it off stage. Off stage. Let's close it with a real bang. For a second, I thought the game was bugging out. Without further ado, the Student Council proudly presents Magical the White Magnolia. Enjoy the show. We are legit going to see the play. Okay. In the year 1100 of the Septian calendar, 100 years ago, Liberl was still a land of nobles and aristocrats. But commoners, too, held some power, and they were prodigious traders that grew more influential with each passing year. During this period, there was much friction between the classes, and the nobles and commoners clashed often. As time went on, these clashes intensified. The intercession of the royal family and the church failed to end their squabbling. The stage was set for a final conflict. A year had passed since illness stole the king from his people. Our tale begins on an early spring evening in the rooftop garden of Grancel Castle. He looks so unamused. Streetlights shine on everyone, each bright with their own happiness, and in spite of that. Oh, here you are, Princess. Please, don't you think you should be going to bed soon, Your Royal Highness? Staying up late can surely do you no good. It's all right. If I should fall ill, if that happened, then perhaps I could avoid becoming the last ember in this dying flame we call liberal. Please do not speak of such things. Your Highness, you are the most exalted individual in liberal. If you were to take a husband, you could take control of the kingdom. I've decided that the one on the right is a bad actor. I will not marry. Despite my father's wishes, I shall not consent to it. How you doing, the mad cultist? You're just in time for the cross-dressing play. But why, Your Highness? You've two fine men suitors as well, after all.
One day I must face Brahms.
Thanks for the follow. It's good that my alert still works. Alright. One is Sir Julius of the Chivalric Order of the Imperial Guards and the eldest son of a duke. I'm like doing this. You can't even see me doing this, but I'm like doing this as I do the bad voice. And Sir Oscar, commoner though he may be, he has been recognized often in his battles against the Empire. Both such fine men! He's just continually unamused. No one knows better than I the quality of their characters. Oh, really? Oh, Oscar, Julius. How am I to choose between you? Just hitting up streams to slowly hibernate. That's fair. That's fair. I know I'm like the only... Every time I look, I'm like, oh, I'm the only, like, person streaming this in English. Half the time it's like a couple German streamers, a Russian streamer. Oh. Glad I can be of service. Places roll well. The two maids leave much to be desired. I'm glad I chose one of them to be a bad actor. Do you remember, Oscar, how we spent our boyhood days in this alley running about and pretending our sticks were swords? I could never forget, Julius. In those days, it was all so simple, with you and Cecilia alike. I treasure that time greatly. Ah, I recall how stunned I was. I would always conspire to play with her in secret, only to discover another had been doing the same. She was as lovely as the sight of the falling petals in spring. Indeed, fair Cecilia was like unto our very own sun. But her light would dim with each day that passed. I'm not flubbing the lines, she is. The nobles and the commoners. The fury of that conflict could never have been avoided. The princess's grief is easily understandable. Most people stream the Cold Steel arc nowadays. It is newer, yeah, that's true. Well, when I was looking at... I've been, like, eyeing this series for a while when I discovered it. I thought, well, I may as well start at, like, the earliest I have available on PC. Or easy availability. Easiest availability. And I was like, why not go old school? I grew up with these kinds of games, so I love them. It makes Cold Steel so much better to start like this, though. I was thinking of trying to like go right back to the beginning, and I'm like, some don't have English releases, so it's one story. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard it's a pretty good story as well, like overall. So I'm enjoying it so far. Cruel fate mocks us so, for it is our very existence that has brought her such sorrow. And while they're so cool, the guy kind of looks cuter than the girls. Joshua looks so good in a dress in this. It's insane. I guarantee if I looked up Joshua dress Trails in the Sky, there would be so much fan art. Know this, Julius. The commoners' impudence can be tolerated no longer. If they should forget their place and no longer view us as their superiors, Liberal's power structure would surely fall into ruin. The Crossbell games have English fan patches that are pretty quality considering it's pure volunteer. Ooh. Crossbell is the ones between Trails in the Sky and Trails of Cold Steel, right? I think I saw there's 2 games in between. If I may, Father. It's been roughly 10 years since the Eastern Republic was founded. Perhaps the eventual seizing of power by the common people is inevitable in any state. Speak not of such repulsive events. What is freedom? What is equality? What is anything if commoners and nobles alike should cast all tradition aside? Better we should fall to our knees before the Empire's military and concede to their will. Father! Now that's a damn fine Duke up there. Oh, he's drunk. Of course he's drunk. You let the commoners get all high and mighty, and your whole society collapses. Your Grace, perhaps it would be best to keep our voices down. Between sorta. Game time-wise, Crossbell 1 and 2 happen at the same time. It's close to 1 and 2. 0 starts 6 months earlier, and it ends a few months before 2, and then everything leads. That sounds confusing. It's like Kingdom Hearts confusing. Probably not quite Kingdom Hearts confusing, but at least they didn't name their shit like Crossbell 1/2 and 1/3. Oscar, I'm expecting great things from you. If you can get the royal family on our side, we'll have a great advantage over the nobles, and that advantage will allow us to seize power. But Chairman, I cannot consent to this. I could never use Cecilia for political gain. Always putting others before yourself, I see. Even though you now have the chance to become king, albeit only on paper. Definitely a better story than Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts had such promise. And then 3, I mean, it was like 2 was really good. Like 1 and 2 were really good. I only played some of the side ones. It had such promise, and it's just like, it's not really going anywhere. Until DDD. Everyone becomes... Okay, we probably shouldn't get sucked into Kingdom Hearts story. I'm like, everyone became Xenohorde? I never played DDD. I've seen the story of all the games at least once. I don't remember this bit. It's probably because it's weird and dumb. That's what I'm gonna guess. It's weird and dumb. But yeah, it had promise, and then just like... I don't know what happened. If you would refuse, it will lead only to a bloody uprising and subsequent revolution. The royal family, and surely the nobles as well, would disappear into the shadows of history. I mean, you could spoil Kingdom Hearts. It doesn't matter to me. It was so incoherent, they needed to put it in a 10-minute fourth wall breaking cutscene to explain what the fuck was going on. Yeah, that's never a good sign. But I honestly don't care about spoilers for Kingdom Hearts at all, so. If you want to, you can. If it's gonna be like, if you have to type out an entire novel, then don't feel the need. Chairman! Because I'm assuming you'd have to type out like a whole novella just to explain. They've really done the research. Alright, what was his voice? I have severe doubts about this ever since I first heard about the reverse role gimmick. The students... Hold on. Stay a while and listen. Okay. The students have all put a great deal of work into this, it seems. My voice just broke. The young racers have had no small hand in this either. I do not wish bloodshed on anyone, revolution or not. I cannot simply allow Julius and Cecilia to die. As for myself, I know not what I should do. It's no good, I'm gonna be sick. Are you alright? He's an assassino! You must have had quite a bit more than you can handle. It may be spring, but you'll surely catch your death if you sleep out here. was not expecting much from Kingdom Hearts here. Kingdom Hearts 3 after DDD. Just to beat Xenoheart once and for all, because I put too much effort into that story arc, and now that we're done with it, I'll not touch Kingdom Hearts again. Whatever master a master is supposed to be, unless the story has a proper writer, I'm done. I think a lot of people are in the same boat. Where, like, everyone hopped on to Kingdom Hearts 3 because finally Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. And then they're all like, what? Like, like if another king, like if they just suddenly would be like, Kingdom Hearts 4, I feel like it would do significantly worse. It has nothing to do with being a knight, but rather simple concern. I would have to be quite the young fool not to see what I must do. You've got that right. What? I fucking called it, Assassino! Just a touch of anesthetic on the blade. Now, if you'll be so kind as to sit still. Curse you, assassin. That's really good fake blood. Just a noble who wants you out of the picture. You wanted it badly enough to pay me up front, and pretty well at that. All you need to do is die. Oh, I get it. Not bad at all. Oh, whoops. Almost got so wrapped up, I forgot about my work. I think its Kingdom Hearts story is honestly not even that complicated, complex, or even substantial in terms of having a lot of things going for it. It's just confusing because you have to keep track of who is Xenoheart, and you need to play the games in story order. Yeah. I feel like it's only complex if you try to actually explain the story to someone else, but if you actually play the games in order, it's presented over a long enough period of time that, like, it's you get it. Somewhat. But when you try to paraphrase anything, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I remember seeing all those tweets around when Kingdom Hearts 3 started. I'm sure there were tweets about this in the past. It's like, why do the Heartless have hearts? No. It's like the Nobodies don't have soul. It was some sort of like weird, like between Heartless and Nobodies about how they're like, it literally made no sense. No, it's like Heartless have had hearts and Nobodies have like their own soul. Or so, I don't know. I can't remember the tweet. If I could remember the tweet, it would make more sense. Presentation is shit though. Keeping track of who is Xenoheart is a lot more annoying than you'd think. I suppose. I don't even remember the Xenoheart bit at all, so... Anyways, Kingdom Hearts is just like falling by the wayside. Long has it been since you have entered my sight, fair princess. Yes, Julius, it truly has. I cannot help but notice that Oscar is not with you today. But when my father yet breathed, the both of you were oft spoken of by the maids of the court. As you well know, your highness, the kingdom is in the midst of a crisis most dire, and as such he and I may never be as close as once we were. I confess I come to you today to ask a favor. What favor would that be? That you would allow he and I, head of the chivalric order of the High Guard and a young general, to engage in a duel of honor, and that the victor shall be granted the great honor of becoming your husband. Quite dramatic indeed. Caught up in the conflict between noble and commoner, these two close friends have finally decided on a duel. The princess now realizes their determination and keeps silent. And on the day of the duel, two knights step into the grand arena of the royal city. Many have come to witness it, common or noble, and all social castes in between, but conspicuously absent from the proceedings is the one over whom they fight, Princess Cecilia herself. It's a good time to get into the series. By the time I get to Cold Steel 4, the next arc, first games of trial at the beginning should be a little bit honest too. That sounds good. I don't intend to play this entire series like one after the other immediately. I am gonna jump around a bit because I do have a list. I have a huge list of RPGs because I've just fallen behind. So like I'm gonna play this and then I'm probably gonna pick I have 2 games ready and waiting. I think it was like Crosscode and Final Fantasy 15. Waiting to be played. I'll play one of those, and then I'll play the next one of this. And then, depending on how I feel, I might go into Trails 3, like Trails in the Sky 3, or I'll do another one and then come back and do 3. So, because I kind of want to go back and forth between like a turn-based RPG and a more action-y RPG. Because I also have Tales of Vesperia, and also the new Tales is going to come out in a few months. I love Tales games. So, I'm going to be playing a lot of RPGs. Is the plan. Anyways, my friend, I fear that this was inevitable. Perhaps fate always intended for us to meet in so base a fashion. Speak, that we may be both unburdened. I said that backwards. If nothing else, for our beloved princess. We would cleave a path through fate with our own hands, but at this moment my words and her smile seem lost. Has fear clutched your heart, Oscar? Perhaps. But what is this passion that pierces me to the quick? As I see you with blade drawn, I feel as though I've been waiting for this moment. "60% of the story, and then there's 2 to 3 arcs afterwards. Nobody need to rush." I feel like I'm gonna be going through this series over the next like couple years. It feels like, because I don't have time to like do super long stream sessions. No. I'll be here a while, is my point. Before this storm, by the name of revolution should claim us both, we shall let fate decide our outcome. Yes, and may the goddess above see our spirits as they truly are. Come then, let it be done. Impressive, Julius. I should say the same of you, but still you seem to hesitate. What troubles you, Oscar? Is this the extent of your skill? Perhaps the tales of your acts of valor against the Empire were grossly overstated. Dang, she fucking wall jumped. Well done, Julius. Magnificent swordsmanship. Oscar, your arm! I've had worse. 'Tis but a scratch. Neither of our blades connected with flesh, not even a glancing blow. Your wound was struck prior. This is a tactic most low. Duke Radmont. Was this your intention from the start? I'll thank you to cease slandering my good name. Are you implying that I instigated this? Father, is it true? Did you? It's alright, Julius. My own experience has brought this about. Besides, I've received far worse on the field of battle. I will put everything I have behind my next strike. I intend to kill you. Very well, I will wager it all on my next strike as well. Since I'm doing Sky on hard, you should do Cold Steel when you get it on Nightmare difficulty. Cold Steel is a lot easier on Nightmare, even if they say it's recommended for New Game Plus. It's more or less on par with Sky's hard mode. That's good to know. Hard mode has been like a good challenge. Also, fuck the spiders from yesterday. They're in like the old schoolhouse behind this school. Fuck those spiders. That was bullshit. Everything else has been like a good, good challenge. For the fair princess and the future of the very kingdom. He who lives when all is said and done will inherit the responsibility for all. And he who dies will watch over it all from the realm of the spirits. Such is also the pride of a knight. Suppose it is. Oh. I kind of saw this coming. Cecilia, why? Were you not in attendance? Oh, Oscar. Julius. I did not wish to observe a duel between the two of you. I felt I had to find a way to put a stop to this fight. Praise Idios that I arrived in time. Hear me, all in attendance. Dismiss me and set aside your differences, please. Are we not all of liberal, and do we not love this land? There is so little that separates us from one another. If you would But take your foe's hand. Surely we could find a peaceful resolution. My vision fades. But what of you two? Will you not do as I ask? It will be done, my princess. At your side. Part of this is because for Sky, its Nightmare mode is not actually balanced when it was released. They just give everything a stats boost without testing on balances. In Sky's originally released hard, most was hard to difficulty. They felt they should add something to PC release. I see. Yeah, I'm always really hesitant when it comes to difficulty modes in RPGs, because half the time it just makes it super grindy. I think I did have access to Nightmare, and I was like, is this just gonna suck? I was like, is it gonna ruin the game for me? So I decided to do hard mode. And it's pretty good. It's hard without being, like, annoying and grindy. Everything is floating. When I was young, I would sneak out of the castle down into the alley. Oscar, Julius, you both always had smiles for me. I love your smiles. So please, don't ever stop. I thought there was a kiss. Are they gonna kiss a dead princess? This cannot be, princess. I'll do anything. Princess gave her life that we might stop this unending dispute. Compared to that sacrifice, what a trifle is the pride of a nobleman. Had we not been fighting, I would never have come to this. Only now, when it is too late, do I see our folly. Is this the fate of all men, with their spirits still shackled to their flesh? Adios, great goddess of the skies, we now know of your great resentment. There is much that you do not yet understand, it seems. I did not see this coming, I will be honest. I granted you flesh to be your vessel. But your spirits will know more freedom and nobility. Such contempt for lies only within you yourselves. A more beautiful voice. Yes, I have the most beautiful voice in existence. The goddess. If we legit talk to Idios like towards the end of the game, I need to remember that's Idios' voice. Hear me, young knights. I have observed your contest. I'm slowly turning into a robot, yet something vital within you is broken. Our own immaturity is what invited this fate upon us. Chairman, has your hate for the nobles and the monarchy blinded you to the fact that we are all but men? I actually have no idea what that sounds like in the mic. It's probably just like... You know your sins better than anyone else could. And you, all the rest of you, who have simply watched these events unfold, there is something fundamental within you that is lost as well. Strike your hand upon your breast and think well upon this. And now it seems that you have each remembered your hearts. As such, perhaps hope yet remains for Liberl, so long as you never forget the lessons learned this day. There's so much theory crafted in the series, but I can't share them yet. That's fair. And thank you. Someday in the future we can theory craft together. Maybe. Might take a while. That's good to know. And so far, like, the writing has been pretty good. Especially the dialogue. It's been legit, like, entertaining and funny. Oh my Julius, Oscar. Oscar! Have you both been called up to heaven as well? It's a genuine miracle! Yay! Why are the two of you here? And the Duke, and the Chairman. So then I'm not dead? Idios has given Liberl back its beloved! Oscar, Julius, what happened? Nothing that you need to concern yourself over, Cecilia. Conflict is at an end. I believe that everything will be alright. You're being naive, Oscar. We still have a duel to finish, do we not? You still intend to fight? On the contrary, this match is concluded, and besides, this fool managed to get hit on his sword arm. But it would not do for a duel such as this to not have a clear victor. Thus it stands to reason that the man who fought with a significant handicap, yet emerged undefeated, should be regarded as the victor. There's actually a voice mod for PC. You can get the Japanese voices from the Evo Vita remakes. I actually did hear about this when I first started the game, but then they said it's not available for PC. They just said the Vita version has Japanese voice acting in it, and I was like, well, I don't have a Vita, so I was like, they're like, you have to do all this shit to make it work on PC. I'm like, I'm not doing all that. I'm not gonna spend like a few hours trying to get it to work. Don't misunderstand me, Oscar. I have not given up on the princess. Once you are healed, our duel will continue, but with blades of wood, just as when we were boys. Very well then, I accept your challenge. Have neither of you any regard of my own wishes? You're mistaken. You, milady, shall judge today's match, and I think it only fair for the victor to be granted a kiss. Surely everyone waits with bated breath for it. Very well. Vita's Japanese voices, fans have coded into a PC mod. You haven't tried it yet? Almighty Idios, look at the kiss! And may this fine day extend unto eternity! That was a good play. It was no Final Fantasy VI opera scene, but it was a good play. Oh, there's a silver-haired man. Man, Korean plum wines are really good. So the curtain fell on the magical, the white magnolia, etc. I still find it a little odd that we had like this little like mini chapter where it's like, we're students now. I'm like, why are we students now? Like, we're bracers to help out, but like, why did we go to class and stuff? I was like, this doesn't make any sense. At first I thought people would make fun of us with the roles switched like that. I'm so glad they took it seriously. The costumes worked out pretty well. They worked out super well for you, Joshua, in particular. Would not want to have to wear mine again, though. Corsets are like some form of torture. Well, it was for a good cause. Just wait till you see how many pictures of the photography club took. I like skimmed over the word photography, and I thought he said the pornography club. I was like, of course they took pictures of Joshua in a dress. I guarantee that's all over the. I'm not gonna search for it, but I guarantee that's all over the internet if you actually search the words. Do I try to do all the quests? I do. I've definitely missed some because like I do all the ones on the board for sure. But I've definitely noticed that there's some that aren't on the board that you just kind of stumble across. And I accidentally stumbled across like the school quests, where the only reason I found it is I was supposed to meet up with Joshua in cafeteria. And we're like, let's eat. And then it gave me a prompt. It's like, are you sure you want to eat? I was like, I know what that means. That means there's shit to do. And so I went around and I found all the shit to do. I found shit to do. I don't know if it was all the shit, but I found shit to do around the school for the festival. And then that's when I realized, I'm like, I've probably missed several things and past like things. So I was like, they were like, let's do a thing. And a confirmation. I'm like, yeah, let's do it now. Why not? And it didn't even click that there's going to be other things I could do. So I've definitely missed some stuff. We're gonna rake in the mirror. Huzzah. The save transfer NPCs that interact with you optionally in this game will recognize that interaction and have unique dialogue from the next game. Really? I have noticed a lot of like specific dialogues just like within the game. Because half the time if I've seen a thing already, when we're getting the quest, they're like, oh yeah, we have it already here. Or we already met that guy at the lighthouse. He's lovely, kinda. And I'm like, it's very impressive for a game that came out in 2004 originally. continuity is really amazing. I am glad. I am very glad. I'm glad I started this. I didn't even hear about this until like this entire series until like 6 months ago. Do you feel sick? I'm fine. Deal with fatigue every day. Just trying to get my head back in order is all. I'm alright. Some people make it a point to talk to every NPC at every point of dialogue change. I do have that habit a little bit from being a kid. Because when you played RPGs from like the early 90s, you had to talk to everyone or you just didn't know what to do. Or the thing you needed to do. Because there's usually like you have to talk to someone specific and the game doesn't tell you shit. You just get to a new town, you have to talk to everyone. Otherwise you can't progress. And so that habit's kind of like carried forward. So I do talk to everyone. I kind of speed read it though. I retain some of it. Because I do eventually get like dialogue fatigue. Because I'm also in this for like combat and like the systems and stuff. I like a good mix. That's why I like Tales games so much. Because there's got plenty of story and talking and stuff, but then lots of fighting. So play about love and friendship, buffeted by the winds of a tumultuous era. The fight scene was intense. Thought it was splendid. Well, with praise like that, I'd have to say it was worth the effort. You talk to NPCs, everything feels so much more alive. It's definitely true. I'll be right back. Jill is so sneaky. Every time one of our eyes is either closed or covered by our glasses, just like just like scheming. Your friends are on student council then? Yeah, they were in charge of the production of the play. I see. The children will have many fond memories. I've made up my mind. I will tell them my decision when we return to Minoria. And then tomorrow we'll take the first steps. What you talking about? Claim you shouldn't listen in on grown-ups talk. To be fair, you're standing right next to each other. Alright. She's gonna tell them later. It was a lovely play. I've been trying to remember with the silver-haired guy. Was he one of the ones on the boat when we were dealing with the Sky Bandits? And I don't remember if because I feel like the one that was actually talking, I want to say that was like a red-haired woman. But then there's a second person behind her on the boat. They both had masks. I want to say they had silver hair. I don't quite remember. That was like over a week ago. It's a pleasure to see you again, Matron Teresa. I must apologize for not coming by earlier. To thank you for taking the time to visit. I look like Dumbledore. Festival was magnificent. Chloe told me of the current situation. I was trying to think of a way that we could help. Oh, this is a surprise that they've been talking about. Are they handing profits over to Teresa? 1 million? What the fuck? They raised 1 million Mira? That's why, but yeah, but how? Well, we have the Duke as well as the Mayor Bose, so there are some celebrities here. Thanks to them, we were able to collect far more than we would have otherwise. Okay, that's a reasonable explanation. I can't accept this. People donated specifically to help rebuild the orphanage. Realize that you're overwhelmed. I would be overwhelmed if someone handed me $1 million. It's like, rebuild the thing that you lost. I would be like, It never shies away from tropes of its time. But they work really well with them. Yeah, and I'd say the tropes of this one, because this is 2004. One of the tropes, I've been saying this the entire time, is we have 3D! Because it's like, it's in that era where it's like 3D was really like, it was a newer thing. And like everywhere you go is like a 3D pan. So I'm like, 3D! So that's like, for me, that's a trope. Because I noticed that a lot from like PS1 to PS2 era RPGs. They were just like, 3D is a thing now! Woo! And then the other one is like, gender roles in this. Where it's like, girls shouldn't fight and just cook and be quiet and all that stuff. But then their main character is the opposite, and then like all that stuff. And it's like, boys don't cry, etc. It's now a tradition with the 3D pan. I'm glad. It's not a bad thing. I just like, that was the first thing I noticed. That was like the very first scene. It's just this big 3D pan. I'm like, this is from 2004. Like, because they all did that. All of them, as soon as they had 3D areas, they're like, we're using the 3D camera. We're gonna show you it's 3D, it's cool, right? I'm getting too distracted. You're distracting me, the mad cultist. I also had coffee, so I'm very energetic. Yes, for the children! Excellent. Those are happy tears. You stupid clam. They're really good at maintaining their feel, like despite their graphical advances, which isn't that impressive since they're a very low budget, low worker studio. Everything still feels like Trails no matter how the engine changes. Well, that's good to know. They found their style and they just kind of like refine it. That's what it sounds like. Since we're still apprentices, we can't go too long without checking in at the guild. Hans, it sure is going to be lonely in bed without you. Were they... Is this a joke? Or not? Yeah, what? Would you please give that tasteless joke a rest? Still don't listen to him. Stay for a couple days and nights. Sure. Sure thing, Hans. So you're headed to Minoria, Chloe? Yep. There's lots I want to talk about. Isn't it kind of risky for them to be carrying around that much money? Oh, don't worry. One of the other bracers escorted the whole lot of them back to the village. Her name's Karna. What if Karna burned it down? What if she's evil? Karna seems cool. I kind of want to know more about her, mostly. The only major area they need improvement by Cold Steel 4 is probably the animations. Recently going into motion capture with how East 9 looked animation-wise. I think sometime during the Hajime arc or the next one in the future we'll get some smooth animation. Are we talking like battle animations? Or are they like other things? Battle animations? Alright. Alright. That sounds good. We only had a few days. Okay, the montage made it seem like we were here for like 2 weeks, and then we went to class, and I was like, why are we going to class? Other than class. Why did you go to class? I still don't understand this one part. Like, you came here to help out with the play and the festival, and you're going to class like your students. Why? Why did we suddenly, like, become a student? Being a student is tougher than I thought. Why did we become student? I'm not gonna get over this, because I don't know why it happened. I get why we came to help out. I don't know why we became students, like, lived, like, the student life for a few days. Oh no, Sieg! She said as far as the coastal road, we gave a stunning performance. Of course we did. Right, I'm supposed to check in at the guild. But, Chloe's going... Oh, God. Chloe's going to... Minoria. Man, I wish line attacks were, like, wider. Although, I just had a thought, because I just got that range quartz. That would make lightning thicker, right? It would be 2 wide instead of 1 wide? Which means I might actually use lightning for once? I'm being indecisive. I'll just attack these and miss. Just didn't feel like using a spell. Use one now, though. And... I mean, I may as well. Alright, I can't pick the ground. Fuck off the moth!
Take it down!
Dang.
All right, we're good to go.
I don't really want to lose Chloe. I didn't even get to use her that much. There wasn't a lot of, like, combat in this chapter. Sky 3 is really important, don't skip it. Some people are like, just skip Sky 3, it's okay. And I'm like, bruh, you guys pay attention in the cutscenes. Okay. I don't intend to skip a game, so if anyone does tell me that, I will ignore them. Is it an emergency? Guess the bracers, right? We got big trouble. Of course someone attacked them. Why wouldn't they? They're carrying a million Mira. Oh, what about Karna? Where's Karna? Did she get beaten? They were apparently assaulted by some strange group on the way back from the campus festival. The kids are okay. The matron Teresa and that barista lady got knocked out. Dang! I would have contacted the guild, but communications are down at the inn. I didn't have much of a choice other than run all the way here. Well, thank you for your help. If you can manage it, would you go to Rouen for us? On the one hand, this sucks for the matron. On the other hand, yes, because I get to keep Chloe for a while. Fuck did this thing come from? Maybe I should go to the guild. Maybe there's side quests. Okay, I was not expecting this many enemies. Okay. God, that's a lot of HP. Okay, so I have several... I don't have an AoE water spell, do I? Like, almost everything's weak to water except for the corn mover. What about these torches? No, yeah, they're not. They're not weak to fire. Sure. Just single attacks. I mean, it'll kill... We can guarantee kill one of these, at least. And... Okay, for a second I was like, can I seriously not hit more than one thing still? I will flicker them. At least the sharks are super slow. I should probably just use one of my S-breaks. Okay. Yeah, the magic pixel, yeah. Just gonna do this. And I will kill. Well, I'll hit this dude, because it should knock him out of his art at least. Nice. Okay. Could just do aerial again. Probably should. It'll get rid of the sharks at least. Or spiral flare. I'll do spiral flare. I think it's okay. I think it'll be fine if I just do this. Get rid of the... What's his face? Okay, I'm glad it, like, she still did the same thing even though she got confused. Alright, let's just attempt... Let's do it on you. Yeah. Kill him! God damn it, okay. So they're immune to that. It's good to know. I'll just kill you. You only did 99? Okay. Alright, I'm out of CPU. Think I can kill the shark? No, I should kill the Jabba. Come on, okay, fine. Holy shit! I did not know they can steal HP. Were they weak to water? Okay, fine. Let's kill this one. Okay, only the shark's gonna go, so that's fine. I would prefer they use arts now. They do less damage. Blue Impacto!
Well, that takes care of that.
It's a pretty nice Sepith. I don't know if the game's gonna let me go to Ruan, but I'm gonna try going to Ruan right now. They might be like, it's an emergency, what are you doing? Okay. Because I feel like there's some side questing going on here. Just that? Okay. Well, I can report it at least. There's probably some secret thing, but I have no clue. Yeah, I'm going to Minoria. They would be... Recommend staying away from searching trails on YouTube, Twitter, Reddit, though. There's some wild stuff that you really don't want to get accidentally spoiled because of a stupid thumbnail. On the subject of spoilers, it's actually very hard for me to feel like I've been spoiled. Like, I'm kind of immune to them in a way. Like, I'm very, like, robust. Because something like a thumbnail could never really spoil anything for me, I don't think. It requires so much input. There's an article I read. It came out like the day before the Star Wars movie came out, which was like well-timed. Good job, Kotaku. It basically said... I feel like I'd have to just reread. And you know what? I actually took a picture. I think I took a picture of like the one specific part that's super apt. Hold on, because I need to say this. I need to share my opinion on this. Here it is. I won't say the whole thing because it's a long thing. But it says execution trumps concept. That's like the main thing. Where it's like good stories, like good things, and like good games are good because they are told well, they're executed well, they're designed well. So like, for example, if you told me let's go back in time to like the Marvel movie, which I'm gonna have to spoil, but I assume I think it was Endgame. Iron Man. If someone told me before the movie, it's like, hey, he dies, I'd be like, okay. I'm still not spoiled. Even if I didn't know that. You didn't spoil the movie for me. So. Because, like, there's so much more involved in, like, the death of a character. There's the lead-up, there's the dialogue, there's the music, there's the aftermath, there's a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, if the only thing that mattered is the fact that he died, then the movie's pretty crap because there was nothing else to enjoy about it. So, because I require all of those things to feel like I've been spoiled for something, it's very hard to spoil me, so. But I also don't go looking for them, so I will not like, go like, strolling through all the internet looking for trail stuff, because I have no reason to. The only time I would do that is if I really wanted to like complete a thing in a game I've already finished. I want to go back and like complete it or do a quick playthrough where I actually get all the quests or something. But it makes things easy for me to enjoy. Exactly. Because I don't want to freak out over those little things, because there are so many things attached to it that make the moment better. Just knowing it happens doesn't ruin it for me. Plus, there's actually been a study. I can't cite the study because I don't fucking remember, but I do remember hearing about this. A large percentage of people enjoy, like say a movie, they enjoy a movie more the second time than they do the first time. And I feel like people still don't know why, because there is such a huge thing about like the mystery and the spoiler and the twist, but like if you know it beforehand, for some reason you enjoy it more. Plus it gives you a chance to like really take note of any foreshadowing earlier on in the story. Because if it's done well, you won't notice it the first time, but then when you go back, you're like, oh, that relates to the thing that's gonna happen, and you like connect all the dots. Like even more than you did before. That's enjoyable, so. Oh, they use sleeping powder? Okay. So no one just like beat up the matron, that's good. walking along the coast. These strange guys in masks showed up out of nowhere, like the ones from the boat. They took an envelope from the matron. They took all that money. You know that matron Teresa would just be happy that all of you are safe. That's why you mustn't blame yourself. People are often split on that. I think there are those people who just, like what they call it, subvert your expectations, and they do it so much they ruin their own work because it invalidates everything they set up. Yeah, it's kind of like I feel like it's like the M. Night Shyamalan effect. I don't know if I don't know if that's a term. If not, I'm coining it now. If anyone even remembers who he is, I don't think he's made a movie in a long time. But I think it's almost like a chicken and egg scenario because like you have so many people that freak out over spoilers and they expect like the twist and they expect to have their minds blown. So it's like you have to, if you don't do that, people are like, well, that wasn't worth it because that's all they're focused on. And so it's like, are they doing it because audience expectations? Or our audience is expecting it because they've been setting it up that way to have this weird ass twist that suddenly blows your mind. So I think it's better overall just not to try not to focus so much on like the thing that would spoil the movie and like the twist that will blow your mind that would spoil it if you knew and all that. I think it's better just try and tell a good story because if everything falls on that one single focal point, it's never gonna work because you're gonna build up so much expectations. Everyone's gonna be disappointed. And if it is so crazy and out of left field, people are gonna be like, "This doesn't make any sense. This is dumb." It just ruins all your sense of disbelief. This was very deliberate. Say the criminals were probably targeting the donations. I mean, obviously they're targeting the donations. Oh, for a second I thought the silver-haired guy was gonna walk in. I was gonna be like, "Look!" That would be a bit of a twist. Speaking of twists. Do I read the in-game books and newspapers? I've read some of them. I've definitely missed a few liberal newses. And the like fictional novel, I haven't started. I have a few chapters of that. I haven't actually like read it yet because I keep forgetting. But I read the 100 Days War book and some of the liberal news, and that's it so far. I don't know if I have any others. Karna's no amateur either. It takes some pretty skilled to beat her. Give me a quick rundown. Alright, there's definitely something weird going on. Well, here's the thing. You know that Raven gang that was hanging out at the warehouse? They're all gone now. Warehouse is empty. Well, they must be the ones. I'm not sure. They kind of sucked. They talk a big game. I don't think they can back it up because they sucked. Today there's something nowhere to be found. Couple that with today's little incident, and what do you get? Like I said, something weird is going on. Even if they're not directly responsible for the fire, I do feel like they're involved somehow. Come on, greenhorns, let's go. You slow in the head or something? Obviously we're going to the seaside path. Gotta find them clues. They're good for world building. It's good to know. The 100 Days War book was very enlightening. It's an interesting war, just like 100 days. Sieg! As soon as I saw Sieg, I was like, yes, let's fight with an eagle. Let's have a battle eagle. I'm sad she uses a sword. I kind of wanted her to just use the bird as her weapon. Instead, it's just her crafts. what did your friend there tell you? Whereabouts are the ruffians who assaulted Teresa, evidently? Seems that he saw the attack. He's like, ha. They're like, yeah, good job. You mean to tell me you actually believe that little bull? We've seen him communicate several times. Don't believe us, you don't have to come along. What? You punks! Damn, kids! Does seem like it's homing in on something, but... Are we really following that thing? It's not a joke. My bird is not a joke, you dick. I have a fourth party member. What does this orbit look like? Sealed? Chloe's was completely open. Why is his like half sealed? I didn't have to pay for a thing. I guess it doesn't matter that much. He seems mostly like a physical dude anyway. Let's do a quick save. I'm actually gonna get... Wait, what level is he? 24? Alright, never mind. I take it back. He's fine. He doesn't need orbit slots. He'll be okay. He has shit armor, though. I'll give him... I mean, I would kind of wish I got the water one. Wait, I went into the water tower. Wait, no. Yeah. Wait. Okay, I got this one from the first tower. I got this one from the second tower. Where did I get this one? It was not in the tower. Whatever. I kind of want to give him one of these. I'll make him Earth. And... Confuse, I guess? Or Freeze? Both Confuse. A few things have been doing confusey things. Okay, and then I'm gonna go grab myself a drink and whatnot. So I'll be back in like a minute or two. So, burb. Okay. Okay. And yet again, for the record, looks like piss, but it's Korean plum wine and it's delicious. Side house. Of all places. I mean, I guess there wasn't anywhere else to go, but... Just as I thought. There's a man who lives here all alone. This appears to be the place. Hold on a minute, girl. I want to see the truth with my own eyes. What are you talking about? I want to know why someone would do such a horrible thing like that. So please take me with you. Yeah, shut up, Agate. She's more useful than you are. Put Karna out of commission. It's true. I don't know how strong Karna is though. She just looks strong. All I've done is talk to her like a few sentences. She's just like been around doing other bracer stuff. These guys again. What the hell are you all doing here? The Raven Gang members' eyes are blank and emotionless. They're zombies! Dean the Peen! He's a zombie peen now. So what do they got? That's a lot of HP. I'm not necessarily weak to any element. Okay then. I got no CP. Do I attack or feint him? This is a KO chance. Let's do it. They're probably immune, but it's fine.
Come on!
You got strength. He might die. Good to you.
Take him down!
Right, you don't actually have spells, really. Oh, right, he has the whole CP thing. How much damage do you do? That's the question. That's not bad. Okay, if I dual strike, this guy should die. I almost didn't need it. I mean, that's not any stronger than his regular attack. Why did that miss? That usually does damage though, right? Let's just attack. I didn't mean to do that one, but okay. Brit? Nice. Oh, that has a bit of an AoE to it, I see.
Care for a rematch?
They're 100 times stronger, it's true. Approximately 100 times stronger. Combination of drugs and suggestion. This allows the person controlling them to draw their maximum physical potential. They need to be pretty skilled to even attempt such a thing. I can only think of one group that could pull off something like this. There's no time to talk about it now. Let's head upstairs. Do I like anime? I do. I don't end up watching it very often though. I tend to only get around to watching like the greats, like the ones that everyone's like, oh, it's such a good anime. So I end up watching like the classics. Basically nothing else. Why is... Oh, that's Race. I was like, why is one of them so much stronger? I thought they're all the same. Cloak and Dagger? God damn it. Let's actually do the Wild Rage. Why not?
Come on.
I don't have any CP. Haha! Oh.
So sorry.
God damn it. It's fine. I can handle 3. Nice. I did what I was hoping it would do. Cures KO.
We're good to go.
I could heal. I'd also just try and petrify Rice. I'll just attack. Okay, I won't attack. He's not immune. It didn't say immune or resist. I got a crit. Oh. Man, I can't use the crit. Just move. Let's flicker him. And still can't use the mine thing. I should have moved closer. I guess I'll just... Where's Earth Lance? He might even be dead when this happens. Yeah, he will be.
All right, we're good to go.
I'm gonna eat food for once. I keep forgetting there's food. 450? Sure. I have a theory, and that's people who like trails are also people who like anime, because the JRPG card doesn't necessarily like anime for what I've seen. So people who like trails like anime. People who like JRPGs in general don't, is what you're saying. I can agree with you on the general JRPG part. There's a lot of people who love JRPGs but don't necessarily care about anime. The people who don't like trails but like RPGs, they don't really watch anime. I think that's fair. That's probably the majority, I think. Because in my mind, there's two like categories of JRPG. There's like the J-est of RPGs, which are just like the ones that don't necessarily always come to the West. They're very Japanese. They're basically anime, interactive anime. And then there's the JRPGs that come to North America, which are a little less on the J. Like, system-wise and, like, gameplay-wise, it is. But, like, stylistically, it's a little less on the J and more on the RPG. And Trails is definitely a little more J. Not complete J. I'd say a series I've never played, but I looked at, Atelier Ryza. That one that's like full J. That's a full J RPG. I feel like anybody who would like those games likes anime. I think that's why. When it's less of a J, there's more mass appeal. So you could be right on that. Ooh, it hits them all. Let's try and KO. No. Well, he finally hit for once.
Come on.
Let's see. I'll try Petrify Breath on you. The reason I say this is because before Cold Steel 3, Cold Steel 3 and onward is slash will be localized by Nisa, so they do marketing in the West. Before that, it was localized by Xseed, who basically do zero marketing series. So before CS3, it was the fans like me who did marketing on JRPG forums. That's what I've noticed when it comes to getting people into the series. We're doing it because we wanted sales in the West to secure localization hopes. That makes sense. I don't know if I have anything to add. Your reasoning is sound to me. Say that. Oh, come on. Just kill him.
Oh, sorry.
Trails is very anime. It's been pretty. He can revive? What the fuck? Well, this is bullshit. I haven't actually seen this yet. I have time. Okay, I don't have time for an AoE heal, so I'll just. I actually don't even really need it. Stop it.
Take it down.
Let's see. Oh, come on! Nice. Okay. I think I'll just build up some CP. I think it'll be okay. Yeah, it'll be okay if I keep attacking.
Piece of cake.
Now that Cold Steel 3 sold so well, Cold Steel sold really well, relatively speaking, in the West. Localization hopes is secured. It's very touch and go. Well, that's good. When did Cold Steel 3 come out? It's probably why I eventually heard about this series in the first place. That's enough healing, I think. Years ago in Japan, this year in the West. That's okay, yeah. So that Cold Steel 3, it's probably the reason why I even heard about this in the first place. And why it may even been the first thing I saw in like the Steam store, just randomly. I don't quite remember how I discovered this, but it probably was Cold Steel 3. But then when I looked at it, I was like, well, I may as well just start at the beginning. Like, I may as well just play the oldest one first. So that's why we're here. It seemed weird to like pick like the 6th game of I was like, well, they're from an era of JRPGs that I like, so I may as well. I just realized it's fucking Gilbert. I was kind of hoping he was Phantom B, but no, he's definitely not Phantom B. Why? I'm very curious as to why Gilbert is doing this. Our clients are happy with our work. Okay, so someone's paying them to do it. Yes, thank you. What is the benefit to storing the orphanage? Please, if you really want to know so bad, I'll let you in on a secret. As a fan base, we believed and it's proven correctly that all trails needed to sell relatively well in the West is marketing, because yes, it's going to be niche no matter what, but there's enough in the story to appeal to significant more people. I think the fan base is correct. And the marketing sounds spot on, because I heard nothing about this until like 6 months ago. Didn't even know it existed. Wait, they did this to get the property to build upscale homes? That's been the mayor's plan. This was the mayor's plan? Holy shit. Imagine trying to sell a luxury estate to someone with a ramshackle place like that, marring the view. Not to mention all the little brats running around close by, making a ruckus. Yeah, why not just buy the place? You didn't really think that stubborn woman would sell off the land. If we were to haul away that burned out remains while they were away and build something in its place, there's not much they could do, could they? Since they have no money to rebuild the place, they'll have no choice but to accept their fate. That was the reasoning? How long have you been standing there? Long enough. You deprived those children of their smiles for that. What are the lowlifes doing? They're taking a long nap. And to think that the mayor was behind it all. Plus some faces we've seen before seem to be involved too. So you know who we are, do you? We have been briefly acquainted with that red-headed bracer before. Running off like dogs with your tails between your legs and sticking some monsters on us means we're acquainted, huh? The real estate market was the real evil all along. It feels like the kind of plot from like that old Superman movie. I think it was Lex Luthor, where he was making like an earthquake machine because like he bought a bunch of property inland and he was like, I'm just gonna sink LA and make my inland property seaside property, increasing its value by a shit ton. And that was his evil plan. And nowadays you don't get plans like that. Nobody has plans like that. It's such a like a mundane plan that is technically very evil, but it feels very mundane because it's very realistic. I mean, it's not realistic, but like the money making behind it is realistic. Like seaside properties are worth more than inland properties. So, expect that in a Yakuza movie? Is it the plan in some Yakuza? I have not played any Yakuza games. Kill them all! They've seen my face! It's unfortunate that you've fallen this far, Gilbert. Well, since this is a request from our client, I guess we'll just have to comply. Just because you're hired help, don't think you're any less responsible. It's just a small part of it, but it's there. That was more than half HP. Was that a crit? It may have been, or a strength. It may have been a strength up or something. That was more than half HP. They're probably going to be resistant, but I'm going to try. Petrify is so fucking good. I cannot get over how good it is. And... whoop! It's so good. Morale, why not?
Come on. Well, that takes care of that.
Petrify for the win! That's why I have that quartz on all the time. Gilbert, steward of the mayor, and you boys in black, in accordance with the laws of the Bracer Guild, you are hereby placed under arrest. Give it up and surrender. Pretty tough, I'll give you that. Going toe-to-toe with you hasn't disappointed me at all. The lieutenant's going to be mad. He warned us about this. We shouldn't have been as careless as we were. The lieutenant? Do you mean the guy wearing the red mask who's negotiating with the Sky Bandits? Surprised you know about that. It's like you dogs from the guild are better at sniffing things out than we thought. Your insults are pretty funny, considering we just gave you a serious beatdown. Now hurry up and throw down your weapons and surrender. But they have guns too? Come any closer and this guy's brains are gonna be splattered all over this place. I'm your employer, you dick. You're not our employer, the mayor is. But whether it was you or the mayor here, the outcome would have been the same. We've only cooperated with you because we shared a mutual interest. We couldn't care less whether you live or die. Don't shoot me! Got the tears and crap. I swear there were actual tears in his face. I kind of like blew past it, but I feel like I saw like a shiny in his eyes. My leg! This isn't enough of a show for you. How about we blow the brains of our lighthouse keeper? He's nothing to do with this. If his life means anything to you, then I suggest you back up. No. That's right, do what you're told. Looks like this is where we bid you farewell. I don't think you're getting away. I actually don't remember these guys. I don't remember the past incident. I'm leaving you to take care of that idiot steward. I'm going after them. The rest of you report to Jean. No, we're gonna go help. Didn't you just hear what he said? We can't just forget about Gilbert. I don't give a fuck about Gilbert, though, is the thing. Man. I wanted to help. Stanley and others were able to take back the stolen money without incident. By the time the mayor's steward and the group of delinquents were safely locked up in the Minoria windmill shed, morning had already broken. Guess there's that at least. She seems like she's so like main character design that I feel like she's gonna join the party at some point. kind of curious to see what she can do. He's tough and all, but it still worries me. Okay. I feel like so much has happened in the story today. And I just looked at the stream time. It's been an hour 40 minutes. I was like, man, this has been a long morning. I look at the time, I'm like, oh. Not even 2 hours in. Stupid Delmore. Which raises a good question. Bracer Guild has a non-interference policy when it comes to government affairs. Considering he has control over the whole Ruan region, arresting the mayor isn't going to be easy. But doesn't anyone else find that strange? It's funny, but the law's the law. That's why the guild can have branches anywhere, even in the Erebonian Empire. Anyway, let's just get to the guild and talk to Jean. Just need to make the man in charge pay his tab. I don't want to lose Chloe. She's like a super useful healer. Of course, she kind of had to be because she has like 3 water slots in her ornaments, but technically I could do that for anyone, but I like what the other 2 have currently. Are you 2 going to the guild? I just remembered something I need to do. I knew she wasn't going there. She produced a notepad and pen. Now I'm not sure exactly what she's doing. I don't know who she's trying to contact. Do you think the mayor can be caught? The only way it'll really happen is if he can be caught in the act. So we just have to allow a corrupt mayor to stay in power. There's no need to panic. The Bracer Guild's hands may be tied, but the royal army can get in. Oh. I'd like for you to go to the mayor's estate and question him. This doesn't matter if he gets angry. I just want you to buy us some time. Precisely. I'll contact Lightston Fortress HQ with the Orbital Communication System to request assistance. Alright, once Chloe catches up to us, we'll see the mayor. Maybe she knows, Colonel Richard? It's entirely possible she just, like, knows some army people, and that's who she tried to contact. I'm gonna take a quick shop, see if there's, like, a new liberal news thing. Because I always forget. I've already missed 1 or 2 of them. Okay, I have that one. I've not made any food in a long time. I can make a lot of food. There's poison. This one is super useful because it's a KO one, so making it. These are getting a little low on the HP to actually be super useful. A few of these. Poison does suck, so. I used a lot of these against those stupid spiders. I don't think there's any other shops that would like have a news thing. How many books? I forgot about this. completely forgot about these things. Yeah, I missed number 3. Kind of sad about this. Let's read chapter 1. Because I've not actually read this yet. The Imperial Chronicle. I stood there, upright in front of the revolving door, scuffing the heels of my boots against the ground, pulling slightly on the collar of my trench coat. I dropped my chin and gazed at my partial reflection in the curved glass. Aside from my short-cropped hair, I wore a modest-looking, double-breasted leather raincoat and a pair of special-order sealed reinforced boots, both of which, at first glance, appear to be the most common of common apparel. Yet they were, in fact, much more than the naked eye could detect. My ordinary average appearance, it was of just as much importance today as it had been on any other day in times past. Not far off, the sound of footfalls echoed rhythmically like the steady beat of a pendulum, swinging back and forth as the throngs of those coming and going moved quickly along the cobblestone avenue, enveloped and tinged silver by the morning mist. At times, the calling voice of a street peddler disrupted the steady flow, but as soon as the hawking cry faded away, it would resume its course. Each morning that I found myself setting foot in the Imperial City, I also found my surroundings to be unchanged and stained by the same somber tone of gray. Snatching up a magazine from the underarm of a street vendor, I tossed a few mira into the left hand, poised expectantly behind his back. The Imperial Chronicle, the magazine I read so often that even the ink bleeds were familiar. Roughly flipping open its cover, I scanned the headlines along the top of its monochrome pages. Then suddenly my breath caught in my throat. At the very bottom of the local news page, I found those letters, that sequence of characters, which I had not heard or seen since the time of that life-changing incident. My eyes instantly gravitated to the spot, and for a time remained fixated. Einselnate. The very meaning of those letters became lost to my senses as I stood motionless, my gaze fixed on the same line of text, until it all seemed to coalesce into a single blotch of ink. After a few seconds of blank comprehension, my vision settled and I wrenched my eyes to the beginning of the article. As I began to read, my memories verged on a single point in my past, and then slowly started to run in reverse, heading for that fateful event 3 years prior when this name was first introduced to me. So I don't know, I have never understood this for any game. For me, whenever I read any of these out loud, my voice starts to hurt. Like I'm just like talking too much. But like earlier, when it was just like the play, I was talking constantly, constantly, and I was doing voices and everything. That doesn't hurt my voice. But suddenly I just read a book, and I'm like, my voice hurts. I've never understood why. I don't know what's happening there. Anyways, we'll get through this. It was on an afternoon all those years ago, on a day not unlike this one, where the capital was overshadowed by its typical gloomy aura. I was a little younger than now, a 22-year-old boy who stood silently in front of the boutique door as usual, double-checking his appearance before lightly treading over to Mixed Imperial Factory. It was on this day that it had been arranged for me to receive a new job from Nicht, the shop owner himself. Although he was a drab, middle-aged man, I, being the Orb Mint, still can't say that word, enthusiast I was, had found myself as one of his few regular customers. I headed down a dank alleyway, and after passing through a partially rotted wooden gate, I could see the soft glow of the flickering orbal light just outside the entrance of the factory, whose structure was halfway below street level. I first began receiving jobs from Micht about the time when dissension began to occur in society over the 100 Days' War. It was during this period that relations between the Liberal Kingdom and the Empire were at their worst, and the importation of orb mints had become almost non-existent. Conspiring with underground elements and planning a smuggling operation, Micht made me out to be his accomplice in crime. For the job which I received by his hand was none other than that of a courier. Being nothing more than a commoner in my teens at the time, I met him, and a juvie devoid of any connections in life besides, I naturally jumped at the opportunity without a moment's hesitation. Yet even after relations with Liberal had returned to some degree of normalcy, I realized I was in no mood to give up my specialty, which focused mainly on the delivery of stolen goods. The reason being, there was no job out there which could bring in the kind of mira this one did. With an unrefined and inconspicuous appearance, I'd countless times before hidden items of various sorts in my hat and trousers and made my way hither and thither between the borders of these neighboring nations. And though, to my delight, my wallet had become increasingly laden with a bounty of monetary rewards, I had routinely changed my alias as a precautionary measure. So much, in fact, these false names had built up into quite a list over the last few years. I had been known as Phil the Frivolous, Rooney the Trickster, and even Chris the Coward. Even Micht had always called me by one name, Toby. This was the identity I had used for my initial job, the one I liked above all others. Interesting. I want to become famous. I feel like the last time I saw this bot, I had a different name. I assume there's... Why did I go here? This is not the mayor's house. Also, apparently my phone is not on silent. Just gonna put that there. To answer your question, follow bot. I'm good. Thanks, though. Like I said yesterday, I know you're not actually listening to me. I should probably... That reminds me, I felt like I had, like, the anti-link automod thing on. Should probably do that. Okay, so the estate wasn't paid for in blood, at least. That's something. Alright, let's question the mayor. Go save. Terribly sorry, but the mayor is currently attending to some guests. Oh, hold on just a second. Pretty sure we know who the guest is. It's Duke Dinan, isn't it? What? Have you received an invitation as well? Yes. I apologize for the inconvenience, but would you mind? You appear to be bracers. If circumstances demand it, then please go on up. The mayor and Duke are in the banquet hall on the second floor. Thank you. That was smooth as fuck. They're both like, what? I mean, it's a good guess. He's planning to sell vacation homes to the rich, remember? Duke Dinan might as well have a bullseye target painted on his misshapen head. Smart thinking. Where'd you come up with that line about the mayor inviting us? It wasn't a line. He did invite us over the first time we met him. If those ravens start making trouble again, feel free to drop by and let me know, or something like that. Yeah. Those aren't stairs, these are stairs. Speaking with Duke Dinan. I like the sound of that. Rouen would be the perfect place for a vacation home. I think I might stay for a while. I had a feeling you'd think so. I'll see to it that you get the finest place available, my lord. I believe you'll be quite satisfied. You're quite the smooth talker. But good, money is no object. Prepare me an estate that is worthy of your future king. Make it as splendid as your holdings here. Queen asked you to consult with her before spending such an amount of... Silence, Philip. I am to be your next king. Such purchases are every day for a man of my standing. Of course, you well said, your grace. We can get a written contract together shortly. But first, one more drink. Oh. Greetings. What do you people want? You look kind of familiar. You just dropped by to talk to the mayor, no biggie. If you're here on guild business, you should speak with some semblance of manners. I'm in the middle of an important discussion, so why don't you come back later? I apologize for our rudeness, Mayor. We intend no disrespect. We simply came to report to you that we have identified the arsonist. Ah, well then, I suppose. My lord, would you excuse us for a moment? No, say what you're going to say here. This sounds interesting. It's okay, maybe the Duke will have something to add. It won't do any harm for him to hear this, will it? While we're on the subject, it seems that Matron Teresa was attacked again last night. Could the arsonist be linked to that? Seems likely. Unfortunately, the attackers are still at large. Still, at least you say you know who they are now. So who did it? Who indeed? It's exactly who you think it is, Mayor Dalmore. That's quite a shame. I was hoping I could make them see the error of their ways before it was too late. I suppose that was a vain hope on my part. Who are you talking about? What do you mean, who? The Ravens, of course. They've been in hiding ever since last night. They aren't responsible, sir. They claim to be the victims themselves. It is you! We already have Gilbert in custody, and we know everything. We also have proof that you stole the money donated to restore the orphanage your lackey set on fire. Can you deny that charge? Nonsense. Do you think I know those people in the black clothes? That's a little strange. We didn't say anything about black clothes. Gilbert was acting alone. Came back, but where there was a follow-up thingy. It's the first time I've seen something like that being advertised so blatantly. You know what? Me too. Yesterday, I got one yesterday. It's the very first time I've seen that before. And my reaction was the same. No, thank you. Why would I... What are you even buying? Like, what... I don't understand. And then I was like, why does my automod allow a link? I need to look at my automod settings. Apparently, they're not up to snuff. Alright, we know that you were plotting to build vacation homes on the land the orphanage occupied. Do you still deny the charges laid against you? Persistent little brats. But I've had those development plans in place for ages. They're just part of Rouen City planning. What reason would I have to be so impatient that I'll resort to criminal acts? How about a mountain of debts to pay off? Who is this person? There's so many like mysterious men just walking in. Nyal, I've been wondering what he was gonna be doing here. Figured I'd come to the mayor's place to do some investigating. The whole thing smelled fishy. That's it in a nutshell. I'm the reporter from the Liberal News. Name's Nyal Burns. Actually, I've been checking into the city's financial affairs recently, and what do I see? But the Mayor Dalmore here has been diverting funds from the city budget lately. They're funds for the expansion project. You haven't even started yet. Thought it was kind of strange, so I dug deeper, and I found links to the airship company's services. It was quite a surprise. 1 year ago, you took more than a few trips to the Calvard Republic. How was just sightseeing? But the truth is that you've amassed a nice big debt over there, am I right? What, how? By using town funds to speculate in risky commodities in the hopes of cashing in. Buying goods when they're cheap, selling them when they're high, that kind of thing. So he's a terrible investor is what what I'm hearing. How much did he lose? 100 whole. He's a really bad investor. 100 million? It's 100 times the amount donated to the orphanage's building. I can certainly see why one might turn to crime over an amount that high. 100 million? I'm pretty free with my spending, but I've got nothing on you. This isn't a competition, you know. Took funds from the city budget to pay off his debts and stave off any questions. But I can't understand why he would turn to arson and theft to build his vacation homes. It all just seems so random. I just had a sudden thought. You know what I should do? Is fucking ban the stupid bot. Hold on. There we go. We don't need those services here. I'll be famous on my own. You'll see. That's not happening. I also don't care. Go ahead and run your story with all its wild speculations. I'll sue you in the newspaper for libel. Yeah, when Duke not saying that, for sure. The Bracer Guild does not have the authority to arrest me. I'm the mayor. I guess he's right. May I ask you one question? What is a student of the Royal Academy doing associating with such people? Return to the campus at once. Oh snap. Chloe looked Mayor Dalmar directly in the eyes, her expression cold and stern. Why did you not use your own assets to pay off your debt? 100 million Mira is certainly a lot of money, but I think that House Dalmar surely has enough assets to settle the matter. This estate, for instance, it would easily sell for at least 100 million Mira. Don't be ridiculous. This estate has been handed down in the Dalmar family for generations. How could I ever simply let it go? The orphanage was no different. For many, it was a place fondly remembered. No one has the right to destroy something like that. How could you do such a thing? How dare you liken this estate to that dilapidated old hovel? You care for no one but yourself. More than being the mayor or being the head of a House Dalmar. You pitiful man. You have quite a way with words, young lady. But let's see if you'll change your tune in a few minutes. Release the robot! You know what? I was kind of close. Holy shit! Well, I was kind of hoping that there's going to be some sort of horrible robot, but good. That's good enough. Everything you think you know will die with you here. Is fighting freaking monsters part of the stalling plan now? Well, at least now we can arrest him for trying to kill us. That was a decent amount of damage. Why is my mouse cursor or something like not going away? Okay. Okay, well, they're not weak to anything specific. I mean, they might be if I had information on, but let's see if this works. Resist. I figured. Ooh! I'm actually gonna use an item on him. Let's rile up.
Come on. Sorry.
I thought about taunting. Glad I didn't, because that would have been a giant waste. Oh, they're lined up, and I don't have CP for Flicker. God damn it. Oh, shit. They're gonna get a crit. I'd rather them not have a crit, so I'm gonna tier. Crit heal! She should survive one hit if she get attacked. Oh, I thought about using her thing too.
Sorry.
And I'm like, she can stand one more hit. Nope. This is bad. Well. It's really hard when they're fast as well as like anything else. I just need HP. I need her to
We're
live.
good to go.
Jesus! Okay. I've barely done anything, okay. The resistance to petrify as well. This is an actual boss fight here. Okay, I can Latira, so we'll be fine. In that sense. wonder if I should Silken Guard her to keep her alive. Not faint. Fuck. Well. Cool. Cool.
We're good to go.
I don't know if the poison's gonna kill me. That's my only issue. I'm gonna flicker you. I'm gonna do this. Don't kill me. Okay, good.
Let's do this! Not now!
So sorry.
Fuck.
We're good to go. I'm so sorry.
I feel like it's only a matter of time at this point.
We're good to go. I'm so sorry.
What happened there? All I have is I only have 3 reviving bombs, and
We're
that's
good
it.
to go. I'm sorry.
Shit. Okay. I really wish I had like the AoE of this, because this is kind of what I need. I'm gonna clock up Chloe. I'm gonna not do that. I actually haven't seen this. I actually forgot I had this. I've never actually used it. So I could taunt and just keep spamming like Earth Wall or Earth Guard at least. What else do I got? I'm kind of torn. Okay, let's just try it. Let's try...
Hey, come and get me.
Oh, they can't be taunted. Okay, well... That ended up being a waste of a turn. Let's... Okay, we'll get Earth Wall. I'll at least help with this initial bit. Guess I'll go after Bronco because he has less HP.
Let's do this! Not now!
I don't know if it's worth even bothering with. No, I'll do this. Okay. And then... I need to keep her alive. God damn it!
Sorry.
She got her thing from the hit. I should have not been on turbo. So I could use her S-Break in between the attacks. That's what I should have done. The hard part, they're just gonna keep attacking her until she dies, I think. Like, over and over. The hard part about reviving in this game is that it seems like they're, like, ATB, like, resets. It doesn't, like, go part way, and then they die, and it stays there, and then, like, she's always gonna... They're always gonna have to survive 2 attacks. Every time. And all I can do is like one tier. I don't know what penetrate means. I see. Maybe.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I can't. I mean, I'm just gonna try and Tira, but...
Not now.
At least I auto-targeted to herself.
We're good to go.
It feels like once I get into this, like... this, I feel like I'm in an endless round robin of reviving that feels like unrecoverable. And I'm losing all my CP. And I can never cast any spells. Like, if I could blur one, great, but I don't think he's gonna live through a casting. They're probably gonna both attack him. I'm gonna try it though, that's like my only chance.
I'm sorry.
I'm not immune to fainting. Jesus Christ. I mean, if I can live long enough to get my S-break, maybe.
Not now.
I'm so
Nope.
sorry.
Okay. I feel like Flicker is the way to go. Just as often as possible so I can get more turns. I wish I had like a defense up buff spell. Which the only one I ever saw was the single target. I can't be taunted, so I can't do that strat. Like I could. That has a strength up on it. So I'll do that for some damage. I should actually use this. This lowers their strength.
Take him down.
That did no fucking damage. Are they like resistant to magic? Go Flicker. It doesn't matter, it's not gonna go. I'm just gonna Flicker. Cure poison.
We're good to go.
I really need. I just need some people to not die in the first place until I kill one dog. That's what I need. And I think I need to do this just by spamming Camphor.
Take him down. I'm sorry.
She was fainted anyway. She was dead. Okay. I need to heal, but I also need to reduce incoming damage.
Take him down.
Bonus critical. I'm gonna critically heal. I'll use... Nice! Yeah, I definitely need to keep just spamming the bird. Okay. I can attack with the bird. I get 5 CP when I attack with the bird. So I'm gonna attack with the bird.
Take him down. side of the heavens. Ready to rally!
Okay. Is he getting strength down every time? Because that one dog is doing less and less damage, I feel like. I think if I... Okay, a dual strike will kill him. I mean... Death throws... Oh, fuck no. Agility up? I have a crit. I'm gonna crit heal. This should heal like 300 and also give her CP, so.
We're good to go!
I am...
Take him down!
Take... Miss! And agility. Oh, fuck. Now she's fainted. Well, I gotta flicker him. And... Do I have time for a spell? I only have tear? Shit. There is no cure faint, is there? No. Speed up? I don't know if that'll help. It's also not enough HP. No, just have some popcorn.
We're good to go!
And flicker him. This might be okay. I'm gonna get a few flickers. So... I can't wait for that agility to wear off.
Take him down!
Stop missing! Yeah, I don't have any, like, agility down shit. Well, let's do the speed now.
We're good to go!
Yeah. Hit with the goddamn bird! Oh my god. Oh, shit. Let's try and faint him. 0? Ooh. I really don't want Chloe to die, so she gets more items. There's some ice cream.
We're good to go!
We're learning lots of recipes. Please, for the love of God, just hit him.
Take him down!
Why? Everything else hits. Everything else is fine. I wish I could get all three, but... that does, like, no damage. Oh, if I attack, I'll get closer to Joshua. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Okay, his agility is finally fucking gone. I swear to God.
Take him down!
Finally, Jesus. Took so many items.
Piece of cake!
Piece of cake? I think you're delusional. My sweet babies. How could you do this? You're one to talk. In accordance with the Bracer Guild protocol, and this time with authority, we're placing you under arrest. Surrender and you will not be harmed. You leave me no choice but to use my trump card. A wand? Dang. Oh, your knowledge is impressive, Miss Rins. This is the Chronos Rod, an artifact which happens to be a family heirloom. It can completely paralyze anyone within range in the blink of an eye. How does the church not know about such a powerful artifact? With a tool crafted by the wise ancients themselves, what else would one expect? Tactical orbments can't even begin to compare to this. Sadly, it only has that one function. Which means I'll have to sully my hands and dispose of you myself. Would you consider this an honor? Let's see, I think I'll start with a smart-mouthed little brat first. Who are you calling smart-mouthed? Perhaps I'll save the intelligent girl for last. Now, what was that you were saying about authority? You could plead for your lives, it might help, but I doubt it. Keep your filthy hands off. What's that? Keep your filthy hands off Estelle. Did you harm a single hair on her head? I'll use every technique I know to cut your miserable carcass to pieces. That was very uncharacteristically, aggressive. Fine, I'll start with you. If I could just reach my camera. What? Oh yeah, the Black Orb Mint. Forgot about that. Maybe it nullifies artifacts. Maybe that's his job. It's time to face reality. Can't believe you really stooped this low. I will not be taken in. Can't let a story like this get away. Of course not. I believe I lost a few years off what little remains to me. Are you alright, my lord? What's that machine for? Is it like a dog feeder? Oh, this is a Star Trek song. Go on the boat. Aw, poor Niall. He just wants a story. Are we getting a legit boat chase? This is pretty good. We have the edge. This is kind of amazing. Flank him on the right. Well, how did he get so fast? The wind is blowing towards open water. It's catching his sails. That's right, the yacht has a clear advantage. Ideos smiles on me, you brats. We're so close. What the? They're here. Who the fuck? Okay, that's gotta be the Royal Army. Anyway, it's all well and good, but what now? Maybe he. The royal he. What? What's this airship? No, the coat of arms is wrong. It's not the Royal Army? It's the Royal Guard ship, a high-speed cruiser. Her name is Arcelle. Arcelle? I'm gonna go Arcelle. You, Her Majesty's Royal Guard? I am the company commander, Julia Schwartz. Mayor Morris Dalmore of Rouen. I'm placing you under arrest for arson, robbery, and embezzlement, among other charges. So this isn't the Royal Army, it's the Royal Guard. Like, the royalist of Royal Army. And Chloe knows these people? You can't hear so fast. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Please let us handle this matter. Maybe Chloe's related to these people. Maybe Schwartz is like her mother. No. She's an orphan. I have no clue. Apparently can't remember anything regarding the past few hours. Apparently. It's also drawing a complete blank. Apparently. Kind of like the leader of the Sky Bandits. I guess it could be. Wait, were his eyes red? The mayor's eyes weren't red, were they? I don't think he was actually, like, being controlled. By the way, Lieutenant, I have a favor to ask. Would it all be possible for me to get on board that ship as well? It's supposed to be the most advanced airship ever to come out of Zeiss. Make a great story. Afraid not. The Arcel was only just completed and is still undergoing flight testing. I must ask that you not comment on her at all until she's officially unveiled. What story? The facts of the story will be given over to the Royal News Agency. Until then, please refrain from reporting any of this. I can write a story with even the barest scrap of info. If you'll pardon me. He's in usual high spirits. Told that the liberal news circulation has increased dramatically of late. I hope he's not planning to write a big propaganda piece. What do you mean? Never mind. There have been so many people, like, mysterious voices in the distance. It's just, like, constant. Everyone's like, entering scenes by saying something first. Colonel Richard. Presume that you were the new bracers? I received word at Leiston Fortress where the royal forces are stationed. I got here as quickly as I could, only to find that the crisis had passed. Excellent work, Lieutenant. Very kind of you, sir. What would bring the guards from the royal city here and so quickly? Perhaps you know of a route so secret that even our intelligence division is unaware? Alright, we'll take the investigation from here. I believe the mayor will be well attended to then. Ladies and gentlemen of the Bracer Guild and Royal Guard, and the young lady in the uniform. Fate willing, I think we shall see each other again. I guess it makes sense the Royal Army has more authority than the Royal Guard. For some reason, I assumed it would be the other way around. But the Colonel looked like he was eyeballing Chloe to anyone else. I'm sure it's just because he doesn't see students very often. I wouldn't make too much of it. Probably it. Ha 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 ha. It's hard to believe that Bracer so young would be so capable. He might be scouting you out to become part of the Royal Guard. Oh, come on. You're not full-fledged Bracers yet, but I presume that you wish to become so. Well, yeah. Let's see, you're partaking in self-study then. Still Joshua and Chloe too, of course. We must be leaving soon. I hope that our paths will cross again. Attention! Warship Arsael! Prepare for takeoff. It's a little overwhelming. Reminds me of Oscar. Okay, yeah, I can see that. What an odd coincidence. Is it odd? Now I'm thinking it's not so odd. It's too bad I just worked the info desk. Didn't you end up speaking to Colonel Richard? Yeah, he was on duty at Lyston HQ. I don't know how the Royal Guardsmen got here so quickly, though. Guess there's a lot more cross-communication in the military than I thought. Amazing that they managed to communicate at all, given how many agencies there are. Regular Army, Border Patrol, Intelligence, Royal Guard. Pretty complicated. It's like how the government is shit at communicating with itself. Because there's so many departments that don't fucking talk to each other. I imagine they'll be sending in someone as acting mayor, and if Dalmor is found guilty, elections will have to be held. Plus, reparations will probably be made toward the orphanage. All of this is thanks to Estelle and Joshua. Oh yeah, Gay did play a big part. I kind of forgot about him. He wasn't able to capture the Men in Black. We are the Men in Black. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. They got away. On the way there's Zeiss. Alright. I think they're related to a job your father asked him to do. Well, the one to put a Gate of the Ravens in his place was none other than Cassius himself. And whatever he might like to claim, Gate stood no chance. Cassius really beat some sense into him, and Gate's too stubborn to simply say thanks and leave it at that. Maybe that's why he's so abrasive. Abrasive barely covers that guy's attitude. Because he's not so high and mighty where Dad's involved, huh? What about that black orbment that lit up? Yeah. May have saved our skins, but they're still weird. We know little. Okay, asking about Professor R. Could it be... I've got a hunch, but, you know. Go to Zeiss. Zeiss is famous for the manufacture of orbments. There must be someone there who might know something about your orbment. Makes sense. I knew we were going to get the recommendation. Right, I saw this coming. I don't know why they didn't see this coming. I'm rich. This time, when I get to Zeiss and I see the new shops and stuff, I'm going to go shopping first and do it properly before I spend all of my Sepith on more money that I don't actually need. I'm not going to make that mistake twice. Given how many people... Hey, Bigabooby, how you doing? Given how many people that have come and gone already, I assume it's going to keep happening every chapter. I foresee a culminating thing towards the end of this game, where where everybody comes together, everyone shows up, or everyone has their thoughts and prayers, and some magic shit happens. That's what I'm guessing. All these relationships are going to come to a culmination somewhere near the end. They're all going to come together and they're going to have this big scene. Oh my god, you all came! It's getting sick of playing tag. really think he can beat 2-to-1 odds? Like I already have. Every fight takes spirit. You lose that, you've lost everything. I figured out exactly what kind of spirit you losers had when you took off your tails between your legs. Damn it. Why don't you just surrender and give me your full confessions? Starting with who you are and what you're after. So many mysterious voices. They don't end. This is one of the ones on the boat. I did not see any hair. It just falls like it looks like hair. The weird, like, the shit here with the helmet. So you're the man in charge. Only of this particular scene, or case. Allow me to apologize on behalf of my men. Could I persuade you to overlook this incident? I said that I'd like for you to overlook this incident. We never had any intention of running afoul of the Bracer Guild. Think I'm just going to look the other way? I had thought it a generous offer personally, certainly a fairer price than death. Both of you stand down. Return to the rendezvous point at once. Maybe I should give him the creepy voice. I did already give it to Olivier, but... fine, the target may have changed. You being the leader, I assume you got better information to offer. You think it'll be that easy to make me talk? I intend to find out. Now he's not gonna talk! I gave him a voice for nothing. The music, though. Not bad. You have an irrepressible passion, but a great weight bears down upon you. You are not quite so different from me. It's a painful thing to be powerless in a time of crisis, but you know that feeling all too well, no? I can see it in your eyes. Fine. I don't know who you are, but I think I like you. There is no shame in powerlessness. There is no shame in being outmatched. You and I both know that. Perhaps we can come to a mutually beneficial arrangement. Screw you! You're in for one hell of a beatdown. All talk, no shock. Bet the guild's going to love interrogating you. 'Tis but a shadow. The body split craft? A gate sent something faint from the dark forest beyond. Nice try, but you've got a heavy heart. And a heavy heart makes for a light blade. Stop hiding! When a warrior enters a skirmish, he must be prepared to lose everything. Otherwise, he can gain nothing. In order to live as a man, you must forego all anger and grief. Come to the dark side of the horrible force. With that, I bid you farewell. Am I supposed to... part of me likes to believe he just doesn't know what the word forego means. And he's like, how do I forego? What does it mean? I don't know that word. Kill time at the tavern. Seated mayor has never been arrested before. Try to imagine if Mayor Klaus was arrested in Roland. Yeah, that would be a shock. People of Rouen almost seemed cold. I mean, they were clearly surprised, but not a single person was truly shocked, as far as I can tell. Well, you have to remember, the mayor of Rouen has always been selected by bloodline alone. He wasn't elected to his position by the Rouenians. That probably makes all the difference in the world. True. Dalmore's getting what he deserves. Still feel bad. You're a better person than me. You really didn't need to rush. I'm gonna see you off. Oh, I guess she'll come to Airlit at least. Surprised she's still in the party. I should probably actually make some food. I used a lot of food in that fight. That's useful just to have some healing. I definitely need a lot more of these things. I don't know if I can buy the fangs, though. Or the wine, honestly. I can make these just to have them in a pinch. Oh, I meant to make 5. Although reviving bombs would be better. What other KO things do I have? What's that? That's it! Storing CP would be nice. Surely I can just buy some gelatin. Okay, I already have one of these. Part of me wants to eat a bunch of my food that I know that I don't have recipes for yet. Issue 6? I didn't even think about that. Reviving. I hope I can buy, like, a better tier bomb. Although I don't know if it's necessary because of food. Okay, so I can buy vintage wine. And I will. That was a lot. That was 6,000. What else did I need? Whatever, I forget what it was, but it's not there. Right, I need fangs. I really did need to buy 20 wines. Can I sell them back? Is it even going to be worth my... Oh, I forgot to equip this. I mean, it's only 3 attack, but... He doesn't really use arts ever. So... I can definitely sell... I may as well just sell this right now. I'm going to keep that for now, though. I knew I'd only sell for half. I'm gonna sell 5, get some of that money back. Is there any more, like, food ingredients in town I can buy? I think there was some at the casino. Oh no, it's just actual recipes. That heals a decent amount, so I'm gonna buy a few of these. Or I could just buy these straight up. This is so much cheaper. God damn it. We're on the right way, right? Yes. Let's just look at this map here. There's a limestone cave. This ice is actually pretty close this time, so we're gonna get this ice quickly as opposed to Ruan. Lyston Fortress. There's the gate to Grancel. There's the other tower. Elmo? What is that symbol? It looks like that like hot steamy food symbol. Or like a laundry symbol. Whatever. Hot spring? Okay, that makes sense. What you hear is breathtaking, that's true. I don't understand why the Duke would want to live here. I think Roland is also a nice, relaxing place to live. You've been? Yeah, I've been to all 5 of the great cities. You'll be surprised how charming Zeiss is. Alright, paperwork. There's paperwork. Good afternoon. We were wondering what had to be done to obtain permission to enter Zeiss. Once these procedures have begun, you will not be allowed to leave the checkpoint. Let's just take a look around first. I highly doubt there's any, like, board side quests that need doing. Oh, that's the way forward. Okay. Wonder what they'd be saying if I didn't come and get rid of the Duke for them. How did it... I never bought this? Defense up? Oh, that would have been handy. Like 3 of those. I don't know how I never bought that before. Alright, well, I'm satisfied. Let's just go. I just came to see them off. Alright. You can go as far as the mouth of the Chaldea Tunnel. What's the Chaldea Tunnel? It's the main road that joins this checkpoint to Zeiss. The path is a long tunnel that passes directly through Chaldea Hill. Wow. 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 So the waterfall comes from a man-made river. I think it's called the Lotz Waterway. It was made a very long time ago. Yeah, it's linked directly to the Valeria Lakeshore. Pretty impressive given that they did it without any orbments to help. That's the entrance to the tunnel, I think. Yeah, I like her response was just, yeah, because she realized how dumb of a question that was. What's that? It's like, we're going to Chaldea Tunnel. It goes, what's that? And it's just like a hole in the side of that. Of course it's the entrance to the tunnel. It's like, one time I had a friend, this is way back when we were like in high school, and it was really funny because she and her mom picked me up for something. I don't remember what it was for, but she picked me up. And then it was like in the afternoon. And so my friend goes, "It sure gets dark at night." And me and her mom burst into so much laughter. And her mom just like dug in. There was just like so many jokes at my friend's expense. It's like, yeah, you know, that happens at night. You know, when the sun goes down, it gets a little dark, you know. And just, it was the funniest thing. And like, obviously she meant it's getting dark earlier because it's like winter, but just like the way she said, it sure gets dark at night. I was just like, holy shit. And then just because also we were kids and then our mom is making fun of her, that just like topped it off. It was a good like 10 minutes straight of laughter. good times. Yeah, don't be so formal. I still wish she actually, like, fought with the bird. Like, forget the sword. Care for no one but yourself, but I was no different. I've been running away from the reality of my own situation for a while now. The two of you taught me something. I'm gonna hold my head high and find the strength to protect what matters. I don't get it, but sure. Cheer up, okay? That was a joke. I mean, Gransel's pretty far away. I don't think those wings would hold. Your home is here. Zeke just isn't any bird, you know. I think he'll be there. Good luck. Yeah, I think so too. We'll see them again. Yet another mysterious voice off in the distance. You done with your duties? Yes, it took longer than I had anticipated. Pardon my rudeness, but I've come to get your report on the incident. But settle down, Sieg. Have you been fulfilling your duty as escort? He's always been very helpful. Isn't that right, Sieg? He's certainly chipper. The RSAL is stopped at the end of the highway. You're to report in there. Understood. We're leaving school for a while. Need to say goodbye to my teachers. All of our allies have, like, secret identities. So far, I feel like. At least the ones that, like, stick around. Like, Olivier has a huge secret identity. Chloe, like, is what? Part of the Royal Guard? And, like, our dad is, like, mucho misterioso. And, like, I feel like the most straightforward one so far has been Sachara. And Agate. Although Agate seems to, like, he's got some shit going on. But, like, everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm just a humble whatever. And then, like, important people are, like, coming in. It's like, so you done your duty? It's like, it's almost like this is, like, the Truman Show, the JRPG. This is what it feels like now. Where, like, everyone's in on it except for Estelle and Joshua. And it's all just this elaborate thing to, like, train us up. Maybe they're all doing favors for our dad. Maybe our dad was like, okay, I'm going to set all this up as a training for my kids so that they become amazing bracers like me. That's what it feels like right now. It's Truman Show, the JRPG. The feeling that someone was coming. Guess not. I think you still got a little crush on Chloe. She might be a princess. I don't know how that works if the orphan story's true. Who knows? What makes you say that? Oh, don't be shy. You know I can read you like a book. It's not unreasonable after all. You did kiss her during the play. Not jealous. Shut up. What if she asked you to come back? You'd say yes, right? Guess you didn't notice then. Notice what? That last scene? That was just for show, you know. It was staged so it would look like a real kiss. What? You're so clueless. It was written right there in the script notes. Note to self, do not insert foot into mouth. You okay? Come on, Zeiss awaits. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break here for a few minutes, get some more water or drink, etc. I'm also gonna save just... I mean, who knows? For all I know, I could walk away and the game crashes. So... I will be back in a couple of minutes. We're back. Got more piss wine. The bottle's actually very small. I didn't realize. I've almost had the entire bottle. And this is my third, like, tiny little bit. It's actually a very small bottle. It's kind of insane. Weak to wind, eh? I think I would have been better off just attacking. Yeah, attacking is like the exact same damage.
Move out.
It's a little bit faster. Ew, it's a leech. Oh god. Damn crawler. It's resistant to petrify.
Alright, we're good to go.
That's good XP for how easy that is. I may as well level in here. Ooh, Tira. The chest is empty like your thieving heart. Chest is empty because you removed the contents, you looter. You dirty, dirty looter. Nope, still empty. Still empty. Oh, oh. What are you? Ooh. In that case, I will airstrike you. Everything here is weak to air. Maybe I should just have somebody... I should have Joshua equip the... I think I have the wind charm. Pretty sure I have the wind charm. I'm gonna put it on. Wind-based. Let's do it. Also, I'm gonna save. This be a monster chest. Oh. Okay. I like how I equipped the wind charm and then, like, there was no monsters. Yeah, everything here is weak to wind, at least a little bit. So... Get fucked! Bewitching bubbles! Interesting. I can just... No, let's just do things. Oh, okay. I see what they do now.
Piece of cake.
Oh, I didn't realize there was gonna be a heal thing right there. Seriously? Game, we need to talk about this line attack business.
Come on.
Gummy juice. Dual strike will kill him.
That's that then. Let's move out.
I would have just taken the damage, but he had a crit. Oh, right, this was here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. I could have just taken the damage. It didn't matter. This is a much larger cave than I would have imagined. That looks like it's blockaded off. Just the fact that like the sign thing is in the middle of the road. Usually it's on the side. Nice! Dual strike hits twice. Let's do a test. Okay, it does block both. It still counts as a singular attack. Well, I know now,
right,
so...
We're good to go.
Oh, it's just beware of monsters. Well, I'd rather just go to town first. Because I can get better equipment, maybe better quartz, etc. I have a sudden thought. If I just moved Joshua over one, would he be able to flicker in these scenarios? Because they're always, whenever I have two enemies, they're always kind of positioned. They're very often positioned like this, it feels like. Also, that's going to take a shit ton of damage. Probably don't even need to dual strike, but I'm going to do it. Yeah, no. You can one-shot those with the earth thing on. Or the wind thing.
Piece of cake.
I think I'm going to actually move him over. I haven't looked at this in a long time. If I just put him there. Maybe he'll be at an angle where the line can hit both. I fucking knew it! Game in the system!
Piece of cake.
Celestial Bomb, what the fuck? That's pretty good, heals all HP. Ah! You again! How dare you come back? Chest is empty, but you may now fill it with your tears. Let's just dual strike.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Might want to reposition again when I fight a boss. Probably, yeah. Want to be closer to get some... I don't have a lot of AoE buffs. Earth Wall's been really handy, though, so... We'll see. Yeah, it can definitely be helpful to get some of those AoE buffs on. What I'm really wanting now is an AoE defense buff. Let me just see this. Morale still reaches, so that's fine. It's always the number one when I'm in a boss fight. Do I want to use magic? I mean, I guess. Why not?
That's that then. Let's move out.
Someone's coming. Oh. Good afternoon. Where's the fire? Good afternoon. Are you taking this road too? Have you seen any lights that weren't working? The lights along the tunnel wall, I mean. I think they're all on. We did pass one that was flickering. There's 2 rivers between it and here. It's just like I thought. I have to hurry. Her name is Tita? Tita? I'm undecided how to pronounce that. She seems awfully flustered. I just realized I have, like, more EP and, like, Castile on Joshua, and I almost never use spells with him anymore. Maybe I should rethink how I've been, like, equipping him and stuff. Like his crafts are so useful for getting some damage in.
Piece of cake.
I wonder if one was legit flickering on the way, because I did not notice. I can't believe there's so many of them. It's going to break at this rate. Yes! I was like, I hope it's a grenade launcher. Rocket launcher, good enough. I may have made them angrier. So, Jesus, okay. I need, like, paper towel. Hold on. I'll explain this when I get back. Okay, so there's suddenly just like splashes of pear wine, like it's not pear, it's plum wine, like fucking everywhere. So like, okay, so you're like, there's an ice cube in there. It was just sitting here chilling out, literally chilling out, because it's an ice cube. And then suddenly it goes crack, and like it just like splashed. It's got all over my hand, all over my controller. And there's just like droplets of wine just went fucking flying into the air, because it just decided to like, I don't even know. It didn't like crack and explode. It made it sound like it cracked and exploded. This is the second time ice has done that in my room. I've never seen this before in my entire life. It just like explosively like shatters, but it didn't shatter. It's still a solid piece. There's fucking little tiny drops of wine everywhere. I'm glad it's like in a position that there's no way it could go into my PC. 'Cause it's just got like an open vent at the front. It's so weird. God damn it. Yeah, it was very odd. I don't know how. Like, I've seen ice explode like that, but I don't, that's like when you like drop it, when you drop an ice cube into like hot water or boiling water, sometimes the sudden rapid change causes the ice cube to just like crack in half and it just goes like and then just like blows apart a little bit and you got two pieces all of a sudden. I've seen that before. But this was cold wine with an ice cube. And just all of a sudden, it's like... And like, it's not like something fell in it. There's nothing in it. There's nothing in it. There must be a scientific reason for this. I'm not sure what to do. Let's try this. That's a shame. I was gonna morale, but if I got crit, I may as well just like hurricane or something. We're all half dead. What do you got? Smoke cannon. That's pretty good. That's also very good. I approve. Alright, she's like almost dead. I only have regular tier. Probably hurricane. If I hurricane there, maybe I'll block the way of it as well. Miss! That's fucking garbage. It's a shame I can't target the ground. Risk it. Risk it for the biscuit. No, never mind. I'm not risking it for the biscuit.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Level 18. She's a babby. Thank you very much. Thought I was a goner for sure. Well, the important thing is that you're safe, but you really should be more careful. Throwing out monsters is a surefire way to get yourself eaten. But if I'd left them alone, they probably would have broken that light. Well, how would those things go after the lights anyway? Don't they do the same thing when the highway lights are switched out? Septium in those circuits is the monster's favorite food. The highway lights work to keep monsters away. When they stop working, they have the opposite effects. Giving her nightmares and saying don't do that isn't exactly going to score you any points. Don't be such a wet blanket. Oh, so that's why you're so tough. Okay, so weigh in here, Bigabooby. How do I pronounce her name? How, like, spell it, spell it out, like, I was gonna say grammatically. That's not the right word. Spell it out, you know. What is the word I'm thinking of? Spell it out the way you would say it. How you would say it. Because I'm undecided how I want to say this name. Like Tita, like Tifa. Okay. I can go with Tita. We're gonna work as an apprentice. Central Factory. It's definitely better than saying Tita. You play the undubbed version? I see. With voices, they pronounce it like Tita. Well then Tita. We're heading to Zeiss, so do you want to join us for the rest of the way? Would you mind waiting for a little bit? I gotta get that light fixed. I was lucky enough to notice the problem when I was looking in the computer database. Seems like a defective unit was installed here by mistake. Computer database? What? I still can't remember what word I'm thinking of. Spell it phonetically? I feel like I need to Google. Well, I didn't do anything special. I just fixed the quartz connection. I adjusted the orbital pressure, and Estelle's like, what? Well, sure, it sounds special. Not that big of a deal. How to explain this? Oh god, okay. I'm not even reading what Tita is saying. I just saw Estelle go, stop! Each orbital has a quartz circuit inside, and if that isn't properly connected, the orbital energy inside the unit will have nowhere to go. As a result, the orbital won't be able to function properly. This happens sometimes with the highway lights, which means their ability to give out light and ward off monsters is compromised. Yeah, maybe save it for the road, please. Walk and talk. Let's walk and talk. I really want to know, hold on. I'm forgetting a basic English word and it's bothering me. Spell things how they're pronounced word. Is it phonetic? Spelling pronunciation. What is the phonetic spelling of a word called? Maybe it's just phonetic. Spell it phonetically. It's bothering me that I feel like that's not the right word I was trying to think of. This is a very helpful site for teaching someone to speak English, but it's not telling me the words, the word I want. It probably is like spell it phonetically. Tita's in another game. Okay. She makes a return, does she? Where was the healing thing? It's at the other bridge. I'm definitely at a point in the game where, like, having just Tear is useless. Like, I need Tear, like, Tear is, like, everything does more than 200 HP damage, so I need Tira if anyone's gonna have Tear. So otherwise, why bother? Which makes me want to reevaluate. Like... having Aqua Bleed, I guess, is nice if someone's really weak to water. But... what do I need? What do I need for Tira? Diamond Dust. Ooh, I should really look into getting Diamond Dust, though. That's a really good spell. Titanic Roar. Holy shit. Costs the same as Stone Impact? Stone Impact does kind of suck. Let's see. Lightning plasma wave. Arrow storm. That's cool. I should get the fucking Hellgate back. Hellgate was a good spell. Clock up X though. Oh, that's still a single target. God damn it. Yes, brand. I forgot what I was looking for. Alright, Tira. It's just 4 water. So I definitely, at this point, I don't have a single quartz that gives more than 3. So I need to have 2 water if I'm even gonna bother. Don't really need to bother right now. Yeah, I'm just looking at them though. I feel like I won't even use most of them. Like, most of the ones... Pretty much all these ones at the top, right? Like, all of these. The only one that's even worth taking a turn out to use is Earth Ball. So... Like, most of the buffs... Like, what I've wanted is, like, a clock up, like, AoE. Unless it does exist and it's just, like, it's just not in the book. It's, like, secret or something, then fine, but... They're kind of not worth the time. It's better to just, like, do damage or heal. Oh, I'm at a CP. Morale up, why not?
Come on!
All right, we're good to go.
Miss? That's lame.
Piece of cake!
Stop gummying me!
All right, we're good to go.
She only has 491 HP? I guess it reflects the fact that she's a kid. Oh, I want preemptive. What I should do is actually move her behind the other two. Make her a little less exposed. Can I even reach? I can.
That's that then. Let's move out.
She's probably gonna leave the party immediately, but I'm gonna do it anyway. This place is such good XP right now. Get fucked. I don't think I've ever cast this. I want to see what it looks like.
Kapow!
That was an interesting combination of sounds. Just angelic. Oh, champagne bottle. Or champagne cork. I, for one, would never treat champagne with such reverence, but to each of their own, I suppose. Ooh, they're very close.
Piece of cake.
Are we going straight into Zeiss? Nice. She's very soft. Yeah, she's extremely squishy. Anyone who's not used to the layout could get lost in a hurry. That was a creepy thought. I'm beginning to wonder whether or not we'll really be able to make it to the guilds. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. The way out to the city is up on the first floor. I'll show you how to get there. Who are you, though? Alright. Whoa. Looks like almost the entire factory is completely automated. Below the city, there are lots of Orbment factories. They make everything from lights to airship parts. Oh, she's in love. There's only an emergency staircase to that door. If you want to go up to the ground floor, just go back the way you came. Go up the elevator. Okay, what's this room? It's an elevator. It can take us from the basement to the roof. Can't say I've ever seen one outside of these outside of the mines. This one seems super high tech. Well, this is Zeiss. Since this is the central factory, I'm sure they have quite a few of these. They have more than one? Oh, I don't get it, but sure. How many floors are there, though? That's what I want to know. What if I just want to explore the entire place? This is the Central Factory's main floor. It's where the reception desk and consumer maintenance windows are. Oh, Tita! Miss Hazel? Supervisor Travis has been looking for you. He'd like for you to go straight to the operations room. Okay. Thank you for showing us around. It's no big deal. It's the least I can do after you beat up some of those monsters for me. We're planning to be in Zeiss for a little while. Would you mind if we stop by to see you again? Yes. I mean, no, I don't mind. I want to see you again. What a sweet kid. Sweet kid. Why am I suddenly losing the ability to speak? Oh, it's almost my bedtime. That might explain part of it. Also, I've had 3 things of wine. Don't judge me. You want to be more like a real older sister. You need to get your head out of the clouds every now and then. Alright, let's head to the city. I have questions. I have questions. Okay, fine. Well, I don't need a slot or anything. I don't think I need to... 800? Okay. I want it, but okay. take this just to have one. Shield 2? Sure. Surprised I didn't have an EP cut 2 already, honestly. Shit, the level 3 stuff is expensive. Oh. How many floors are there? Are there actual books? Like actually readable books? Oh, there's one! Hertz's Adventure 1. Let's read it. 12 pages. I'll come back to read that later. Okay, so what I really want to do is go shopping. So, explore this place in full later. Oh, I have one of these. It's got all the cures going on. Okay, okay. Some of these. Meow? Well, I guess that works. When I read this, I was like, how is it a cat sound? And then I said it out loud. That actually makes way more sense than meow. Meow is way better. Why did we go with meow? Whoa. This is a fancy big escalator. It has a really long climb, so I guess it would be tough without it. To have the whole thing moving underneath you? This place has been full of surprises ever since we got here. I was half expecting it to slow me down, going the opposite way. What? I broke the game. Okay. Okay. Let's see, there's 3 shops. And then a church. Forget everything else. Arms and guards, that's what I want. No. That is a big jump. I'm already, at least in like the tunnel, I was doing plenty of damage, and this is a big jump. She's gone. I'll wait till I actually have her. Oh, and the range goes up. That's actually really handy for her. What am I losing? Oh, I have a thing that has art defense 6. I mean, I can't pass up 30 defense, though. I need more money. Just put these on. You should look around for a treasure chest before buying anything. I suppose that makes sense. But I feel like I feel like every time I've ever found equipment in a chest, it's always been like a while before I have access to this. I'd rather just do this. It makes more sense to me in this game. Why is there a random jumpsuit down here? Maybe it'll be for a quest, like I'll have to buy it. Let's just have it every time you play. Yeah, that's usually my default position. But it kind of depends on the game. Like this game, I feel like it was more advantageous to just buy the stuff. Because I'm usually in dire need of the defense and attack by the time I can buy it, so I just buy it immediately. Sometimes you get the item you want from a chest. In most games, yes. In this game, that's never happened. It's always something better. So in fairness, I can't just like save the money and skip it, but I also don't need the money for anything else. I have more than enough items and food ingredients, so. Although I could. How much money do I have? I think there was like one more accessory I don't have yet. Oh, it's just work gloves. I mean, I think I have one already. I think Estelle's wearing it currently. Okay. General goods. Anything to sell? Not like equipment wise. Yeah, I can now buy 1,000 HP things, so that's good. Oh, I didn't actually read this. I just bought it. Hat? Sure, why not? And then ingredients. Pirates are ninjas? What? Alright, last shop. The bar! I feel like I've seen this guy in every bar in the entire game. I'm out of money. I want to buy these now. Should be good. I don't know, I need like more. Okay, I need 500 total. I feel like I'm always getting lots of earth, but I somehow don't have a lot more earth than everything else. Yet I feel like I'm always getting a ton of it. Just sell another 20 of these. Cures faint. Yes. Yes. That's the first cures faint thing I think I've ever seen. Unless I actually have an item for it, I just don't realize. Oh, I do. That would have been handy. It's the goddamn dogs. Let's just get situated in the guild. I'm sure there's gonna be side quests I can take. Finally here, I see. Stell Joshua, welcome to Zeiss. What? I've already been briefed of your arrival from one Jean at the Ruan Bridge. A girl with chestnut hair, tied in twin ponytails. A boy with black hair and amber eyes. That is you, is it not? Okay. My name is Kilika. Zeiss welcomes your service. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Same here? I know you've only just arrived, but I'd like to proceed with the formalities of changing your affiliation. If you'll just sign these documents. Okay. I should do it. You are both now affiliates of the Zeiss Regional Guild. There are no urgent matters that must be seen to currently. You're free to check the bulletin board and work at your own pace. Sure. About Cassius, correct? She can read minds! The whole sordid matter. I'm sorry to have to say that Cassius is not currently in the Zeiss region. He only stops in every few months or so. I've decided Kilika's needlessly aggressive. Just with everything she says. I believe I might be able to provide you with a lead in another matter. Please take this. It is a letter of introduction to the head of the Central Factory, one Mr. Murdoch. He's basically like the mayor of the Zeiss region. This is about the Black Orb. The stories of the mayor's residence painted as a very mysterious item. I suggest that you consult with the factory chief and see what he has to say. Alright, okay. You have some kind of superpower? My business is to provide support for bracers, such as yourselves. I simply decipher the intelligence that's provided and pass it on, as the mandates of my job require. Okay. Think nothing of it. I trust that you will return to assist us should a major incident occur. Oh, okay. I knew there would be. Alright, well, it is my bedtime. I can feel it hitting me. It's just like, I'm pushing through it because I had coffee and wine, and then the wine exploded on me. So, like, that's the only reason I'm not, like, falling asleep in my chair. But I'm feeling it now. I don't want to, like, sleep in tonight. So, yeah. So I was correct according to my stream title. I did start at the end of Chapter 2, and we finished Chapter 2, and now we're in Chapter 3. We're in Zeiss, with cool-ass music. This is the end of my officially committed streams. I'm definitely going to do some extra ones this week. I don't know if I'll do any of this. I might leave this for my Sunday, Monday, Tuesday streams. Because Monster Hunter World Iceborne is coming out for PC in 2 days. And I think you have to be like HR 60. And I need to get there. Because I want to play it. So I'll probably end up streaming that if I do an extra stream. If I really want to and I have nothing else to do, then I may do one stream of this. We'll see. We'll see how life goes. But yeah, if you enjoyed your time here, feel free to follow if you've not done so already. But until next time, thanks for hanging out.